All right, welcome. Today, we're going to dive into the designer's toolkit for the digital age. We're basically taking the ideas right out of your textbook and turning them into a real, practical roadmap. We'll show you exactly how the software on your screen can bring those awesome ideas in your head to life.
Okay, so before we even click a single button, let's get one thing straight. This quote says it all. It's you, the designer, not the computer, who has the vision. I mean, these tools are incredible, but they're not going to ask the big questions about how your design affects people or the planet. That's your job. You're the one in the driver's seat.
So how do you get from just a thought, a spark in your head, to an actual object you can hold in your hand? Well, we're going to follow that exact journey, step by step, from that very first idea all the way to a finished product. So let's start right at the beginning.
Every single great design starts with a question, with curiosity. Now, in the past, that meant hours digging through books in a library. Today, your research phase is totally supercharged. The world's information is right there at your fingertips, ready to go.
Just think about it for a second. You can instantly pull up statistics from all over the world, check out what designers in Tokyo are making, and get inspired by some super niche podcast. And, this isn't a solo mission anymore. With cloud tools like Google Drive, you can be working on the same document at the same time with a project partner who's on the other side of the country.
And when that light bulb moment happens, forget about hunting for a sketchbook and a pencil. Digital tools let you capture that idea instantly. You can draw, erase, play with colors, and tweak a shape in just minutes, not hours. So once you've got that concept down, you're ready to give it some real dimension.
Okay, so you've got a solid idea sketched out. Now it's time to build it, but virtually. This is the stage where you get to perfect every single little detail of your design without wasting any physical material. It's all about precision and solving problems in that digital space. And the main tool for this is CAD, which stands for Computer-Aided Design. I want you to think of it like your own personal digital workshop. This is where you go way beyond a simple drawing. You're defining exact measurements, figuring out how different parts will fit together, and you can even test moving parts before a single thing gets made.
And get this, before you even think about actually manufacturing your design, you can test it with a simulation. This is so powerful. You can run a test to see if your chair design can handle a certain amount of weight, or check the aerodynamics of a new product. You can even predict the environmental impact of your material choices. It's kind of like having a crystal ball for your design.
Now this is where things get really cool. We've got two different ways to actually experience your digital model. With AR, or augmented reality, you can place your design in the real world. So imagine holding up your phone and seeing the chair you designed sitting right there in your room. But VR, virtual reality, takes it a step further. You put on a headset and you can literally step inside your creation, like walking through a building you designed.
So, you've done the research, the sketching, the 3D modeling, and all the testing, all of it digitally. Now for the magic trick, making it real. This next step is all about bridging that gap between the virtual world and the physical world. And this workflow here, from CAD to CAM, lays it out perfectly. This is where your computer literally starts talking directly to a manufacturing machine. Your digital file gives a 3D printer or a laser cutter the exact instructions it needs to build your design, layer by layer, with incredible accuracy. And if we look to the future, designers are already playing around with 4D printing. So what's the fourth dimension? It's time. Imagine printing a flat object that, when you add water, folds itself into a really complex shape. We're talking about smart materials that are programmed to transform after they've been made. Wild, right? But hey, this kind of tech isn't just for huge research labs or big companies. Everyday creators, like this hobbyist, Don DeCosta, are using these tools at home to solve their own problems and bring their unique ideas to life, making everything from a custom pot for a plant to parts for a motorbike.
So the really important point here is that this process isn't just for the pros. It's a roadmap that you can follow. By using these exact same steps, sketch, model, print, and test, you can take an idea for your own school project and create a physical prototype that you can actually hold in your hands and improve.
Look, creating a brilliant design is really only half the battle. If you can't communicate your ideas and your process clearly, all that hard work might get lost. This final stage is absolutely critical, especially when you're putting together your design folio or getting ready for assessments.
The same tools that help you create your designs also completely change how you share them. Things like video conferencing and cloud computing mean that distance just isn't a barrier anymore. You can get real-time feedback on your CAD file from an expert halfway across the world just as easily as if they were sitting right next to you.
When it's finally time to present your work, whether it's for an assessment or for a client, the main principle is really simple. Clarity is king. Your presentation folio isn't about packing in a ton of text or using fancy fonts. No, it's about letting your design be the hero of the show. Just make your visuals clean, powerful, and let them tell the story.
And remember, don't just tell your assessor or your client what you did, show them. Seriously, powerful visuals like clear diagrams or photos of your prototypes will communicate your design journey way more effectively than a huge block of text ever could. Even bringing in your actual test pieces can tell a massive part of your story.
So there it is. That's the modern designer's journey, from a spark of an idea to the screen and into a physical creation. These tools are more powerful and more accessible than ever before. They're right there, in your hands. So the only question left is the one on the screen. What will you create?